He was a cop and good at his job, but he committed the ultimate sin and testified against other cops gone bad. Cops that tried to kill him, but got the woman he loved instead. Framed for murder, now he prowls the Badlands, an outlaw hunting outlaws, a bounty hunter, a renegade.
A renegade. Welcome to The Good, the Bad, and the Sequel. This is the movie podcast where we're talking sequels and we do it in two parts. The first, an interview with an actor or someone involved that made the film worth watching. And the second, a discussion of the sequel, what they got right, what they got wrong, and how it could have been better. Really hope you enjoyed last week's interview with an American Gladiator, Ice, the one that if you watch that documentary on Netflix, everyone wanted to be her and be with her. And they were so impressed because she was a legit athlete in high school. Talked about some of the cool acting roles she did along the way and some guest starring roles like she did in this week's sort of sequel that we're going to cover. Renegade Fighting Cage, Season 1, Episode 21 and 22. And before I talk about Branscombe and how he's like the Arnold. How does he not stick out when he's trying to sneak into places? Or Reno Reigns, or the fact that we get Marty Kove and we get two great character actors as the villains. I don't want to say anything more until I introduce you to my partner in this sequel watching journey, Jamie Riccardi. Jamie, how are you?
I'm doing great, Doug. How are you doing?
I do pretty good, man. You know what? I loved this show growing up. Like, really, when I talked to Kathleen, there was no BS when I told her I professed my love for this show. Because I feel like USA Network was just because I watched Monday Night Raw on it. I feel like it was always on our TV when we turn it on. And I love the show. It was amazing. Perfect. Like that 80s, 90s charm of, you know, the bad fighting, the one-liners. Did you watch the show? Or was this
I never saw an episode of the show.
Oh, dude, so you're
no idea
welcome.
what the show was about. Yeah, this is definitely new to me. And, you know, I like how we make our own rules, right? You know, like you said, you know, sequel, you know what? This works.
It does work.
What's nice is this might have been our shortest sequel to watch. You know, you throw in the commercials.
No, it's not. Even though it was 42 minutes an episode, it's still definitely longer than Talking Pony. That was short.
The 42 minutes, is that including the commercials?
No.
Right. So you're down to 37.
Oh, so that's even longer. I mean, that's what I mean. They're 42 minutes.
No, it's shorter.
No, you add that on. What do you mean? It's an hour.
No,
when that was on TV back in the day, it was an hour episode.
Yeah, but I was watching them 42 minutes now with commercials and, you know, on Tubi.
Yeah, but I don't think they count the commercials. That's separate. That's separate in the ad.
All right. Well, that's why I asked you.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, no. This is definitely longer. No, there's definitely a lot. Sorority House Massacre. Some of those were like very like an hour, 10 hour, 20. But it just goes fast, these shows. It's like if there was a formula for these, because there obviously were like canon type of films. You can even think of like Death Wish in a way, like just how ridiculous they are and how fast paced it is. And just how the dialogue just heightens and how we're in one situation and then we go to this other one. And then I forgot, thank God, like the intro that I sort of tried to recite in the beginning, that intro doesn't play right away. So I totally forgot about the premise of the show. And then I'm like, oh, thank you. It told you the whole thing, like why he's on the run, why he uses like fake names.
Yeah, but that's what they did on every 80s. I mean, think about the A-Team. They gave you a whole story of the A-Team, you know, on every intro.
It's smart, right?
Like
if you jump into a show nowadays, I would love that. It'd be like, oh, okay, I know what's going on here. Oh, they used to date. They do this, something.
Your hairstyle is very distracting, and I could see like you're struggling with it. You're not used to having hair in your face.
I'm not used to having hair, but I love it. I love anytime I can dress up, reuse this Ernest cosplay for the third time. It's worth it. It's a Sofia Vergara from Walmart.
Oh, nice.
No sponsor, but Sofia Vergara, you can sponsor us.
So you're wearing a woman's vest?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. All right. Just asking.
Wearing it proud.
Hair long and the woman's vest. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a typical Saturday night for you.
It is. So now we get, so I don't remember and I should have probably done this maybe, but I don't remember if Marty Kove is in a lot of it. Because the way they revealed him in that flashback. Oh, he wasn't?
Well, no, I'm assuming he's
Oh,
not
okay.
because he's going back to, where is he? Taiwan or whatever he was. Because
Yeah.
he's got a family, which, okay. So there's a
That whole
lot.
thing was crazy.
I would say a lot of my questions revolve around him.
And how about the fact that he looks the same in the flashbacks?
Oh, okay.
When Lorenzo, Reno is like a 9-year-old kid. He talks about being 9 or 10. And do you remember what they said they did just before he left, right? They snuck off and got matching tattoos.
I was going to say, okay.
So
that
he
was
had a
one of my
tattoo
questions.
at 9 years old.
That was one of my, so they got anchor tattoos. First of all, why anchor? Like usually, like, you're in the Navy, you get an anchor, like there's two random guys, one's 9 and they get anchor tattoos.
Well, the other one's the other one's, they should probably got like, right? Was he a Marine?
He was like a Marine. He wasn't a Navy. He was nothing to do with an anchor. But, okay. So here's a couple. Well, one of my first ones, and this is one of the guest stars I'm talking about, but I feel like, what's his name? Charles Napier. He easily could be Kove's like father. He looks just like Kove, or brother. Like they look very similar. You don't think they have like both have a very gruff, look. But I'm gonna get this one right off the bat. That you already mentioned, Kove. When they mentioned that he's gonna fight Goliath, did you think that was Kove?
No.
Okay. I mean, like I would bet you anybody if they say, "Oh, they're gonna bring out Goliath now," they're gonna think some monster, some huge
like
guy,
Yokozuna. Have Yokozuna guest star,
something like that. When I saw Kove, I'm like, "That's Goliath." Like, I mean,
they
like,
could have thought of a better name that was like maybe like the Wolverine, because you don't have to be big.
That's better. But Goliath is it's supposed to be a big, any movie or something that has Goliath, it's a monster. It's a huge guy. Kove is not a big guy. He's actually kind of small. Like, he's like, he's not a big guy at all. So I'm like, I can't believe they chose Goliath to show how badass he is.
That's it. Well, so we'll get to that. So right off the bat, we start off with Lorenzo Lamas, Reno Reigns, former husband to Kathleen Kinmont. For some reason, he messed around with her.
Oh, wait, they were married?
On the show. Yeah, they were married.
Wait, on the show or real life?
In real life, they were married.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. All right.
Well, you need to go back and listen to the interview, and so should you guys. Kathleen
I
Kinmont.
can't remember who we interviewed last week and watched last week. You want me to know a couple of years ago?
I know that. Ginkgo biloba.
Okay, wait. So were they dating? Were they dating on the show, or just like coworkers?
No, they're already married. I think they started dating. I feel like late 80s.
No. I mean
other movies.
I mean, as characters, were like
do they date
on the show?
They're kind of into each other. I think they're into each other without saying it. But she said towards the end, he would like choose the guest stars, women.
Oh
and
my
it was
gosh.
like,
and
I'm like, Kathleen, Kelly Meeker, man.
Yeah,
Come on, Lorenzo. But no, he was, again, for what he was awesome. He played the role and it was so cheesy, but he gave it his all. I don't think that was him saying like, oh, I want to play this shitty. And I think that's what I love about it. I love when people give it their all, and that's what he thought a renegade would be. The gravelly voice. Come on.
Wait.
Don't you remember? Don't you remember when I was 9?
So you're saying he gave his all, and it's like shitty acting. So are you saying that he's not a good actor?
I don't think it's shitty. I'm just saying, like, if I watched a movie that was about, like, what's the one with, what's the most famous motorcycle movie? The one going across the country, Butch Cassidy and the Sun. Is that one of them?
That's not a motorcycle movie.
No, what's the motorcycle one with Dennis Hopper?
You're talking about I know what you're talking about.
Motorcycle and the Machine Man or something. But anyway,
I know what you're talking about.
That movie, like, that's when you think of like a biker. So the way he plays this character, it's just I love it. He really like embodies like whatever it is.
Okay. So first of all, he's not a great actor.
I don't think he's a great actor.
Okay. I mean, I don't even think he's a good actor. I got news to you. I mean, most of the people on the show are not good actors.
Are you kidding me?
I said most. No, I'm not kidding you.
You're telling me, like, seeing, like, Charles Napier or the other guy, I forgot to write his name down.
Okay,
or Jackie, the guy that plays Jackie. Hey, baby, what are you doing?
Wait a second. We're talking about the show. We're not talking about guest stars.
Oh my God, you're bashing Branscombe?
I'm just saying it's just so bad, 80s bad, you know.
But that's what it is. That's what they're going. If they tried to play it like in this situation, like, you don't think this is a pretty serious thing that they're doing in all these situations? No, Branscombe's great.
Yeah, but they're not going for the 80s. That's what their acting was in the 80s. Right? So that's what I mean. Like it would be one thing if like they're making that movie like the show today, but it takes place in the 80s and they're going for that 80s acting, fine. But this took place when they were doing it and they thought they were acting well for it. So I just think okay. It's no worse than any of the other crappy movies we've been reviewing this year, right?
Better.
So the acting,
I think this is up in this got to be in the top 5 for the year for me.
Listen, to me, this acting it's close to Samurai Cop acting. You know, I mean,
I think it's better than that. But let's talk more about the movie, and then we'll try to turn you. So like I said, beginning of the movie, we get him no shirt, and then we get like this red light flashing in his room, like he's in Seinfeld when Kramer had the red light. I'm like, he's just sleeping in a motel? Like they're just chilling in a motel?
Well, first of all, we got a lot of no shirt from him throughout the whole show. I mean, you know, so I mean, between the no shirt and the hairstyles in this movie, in this show, it is just like
his hair's
unreal.
Braided a few times. And I'm like, who's braiding his hair? Is he?
You don't see his hair down until the end. It's either in a ponytail or braided, right? That's not down in the beginning, I don't think. So yeah,
I don't know.
So but yeah, it was like it does. Well, he's a renegade, right? So I never saw the show, but is he like a nomad? Like, does he go to town?
No, they have like a home base, and then they're just basically like solving crimes, I think.
Just the 3 of them?
That's the 3 of them. Yeah, but dude, I'm telling you, if you go back, and I told you just before I talked to, I told you at the time, like before I talked to Kathleen, I watched like 2 random episodes. The one had like a guy, I can't think of his name. He ended up winning an Oscar later in his life, but it's like him in that, like killing it as a villain. I feel like not William H. Macy, but like somebody of that stature is just like a random bad guy in this. But even this one, like you get like, again, did they go on to do a lot of stuff? No, but like it's so cool to see all these familiar faces. Like I wonder if Jax from Mortal Kombat 2, I wonder if he ever auditioned for American Gladiators, because it was all American Gladiators. Gemini was the first one that we saw, and then Mace was the trainer. Oh no, Lace was the trainer. Mace was played by Ice. So you had all these different ones, and then it was like Jax from Mortal Kombat 2. I wonder if he has the look of it. He looks like he could have been one, but not.
Wait, what are you talking about? Are you talking about the show?
The show, yeah. It's all American Gladiators in the show.
That's where there was, you know what? I'm trying to picture their faces, and I'm like, who's?
Yeah, Gemini was the first black guy that he was like bunked with, that he was on the team
he's
together.
the one that was he was one of the fighters, but he was working.
He narked on him.
Yeah, okay.
He followed him to the kitchen when they had the secret kitchen meeting.
Yeah.
But so anyway, go back to him. The red lights flash in his room. We had like Marty Kove in like a black and white flashback. So now we get
well, he was also sleeping with a shotgun.
People are always after him, man.
Oh, okay.
He's still, I don't know how long it lasts. Like that lieutenant that we meet later in the episode from Bay City PD.
Yeah.
Real place. What? Wait, isn't Bay City the city they use in Starsky and Hutch?
I never watched it.
I feel like in the movie, I feel like it's based. But anyway, so maybe that lieutenant, because I don't know how long that feud lasts, but you know, think it's probably not that long ago that he did testify and they're trying to kill him. So maybe that's his life.
But do you think it's safe? Because like, what if you roll over and the shotgun falls on the floor and like goes
or you
off?
squeeze it, like, and you're like, you want me to rub your back, baby? And it's like,
well,
bad news.
I'm just saying, it doesn't sound too safe, you know? So,
yeah.
All right.
But then we get that black and white flashback, and we get the voice of like, I bring you information from the dark side of the planet, right? That's when we see that one guy who looked like he was character actor that's probably in a ton of stuff. he calls him on the
So
phone.
where
That's
is
what it
the
was.
dark side of the planet?
I don't know what that is.
No, but where is the dark side of the planet?
Well, I guess we're on the dark side right now, right? It's dark.
Well, I mean, the way he said it made it sound like, it sounded like a sci-fi movie, like, like on the dark side of the planet. Like, where's the dark side of the planet?
Secretive. It was like almost like he's like a secret organization.
Oh my god.
That, but for some reason, Jax is following him. So we know this guy, used to know Marty Kove and then trying to put them back together. But then he gets shot like right away. And then remember they're going to meet? They already set up a meeting point. The guy gets shot. He perfectly drives.
Barely
and when he gets
alive.
There, right?
He's barely alive.
And he stops his car.
I mean, he held on to death long enough so he could tell him what he needed to tell him and then die right there. Like it was like he was about to die, but he was like holding on to it. He's like, I'm not ready yet. He's got to tell
your
like
brother's
I don't think
alive.
that's possible. I don't think if you're gonna die, it's that's it. Like because I mean, like obviously the rest of the show is meaningless if he doesn't get to him. So he held on to that death. Do you think that's possible?
Yeah.
Like if you're about to die, it's like if you're about to go to the bathroom, but you're holding it real like, and you hold it as long as you can, whatever. Like, do you think you could do that with death? Like hold it as long as you can until
come on.
you release
Don't die. Oh my God, it worked. And you just don't die.
Only if you have something important to say. That's the only time it works. If you have something important to say, you can hold on to death.
Oh my God. So then it cuts right to that voiceover that I did before and played. And then we get what was weird in the intro of the show. They had like a random girl in like a white top, and it wasn't Kathleen. Like they were zooming in on her, and she's like dancing. I'm like, she's not in the show. And then I thought, oh, maybe there's another character I'm forgetting. Maybe he had a fling in like season 1. No, just a random girl dancing. But we see all the cast of characters. We see Branscombe. We see,
Would you say this is like, is this like city? Or, I mean, it's not country. I mean, it's a city right where they
Southwest.
Are. Okay. But when you see the intro, he's like in the Badlands. There's just like nothing
Well, they
around.
kind of are. Like her home base, you don't see it in this, but Cheyenne lives in like a trailer. She lives in like a trailer in the middle of nowhere.
Who's Cheyenne?
You're going to have to watch more. That's Kathleen Kinmont's character, man.
Okay.
Cheyenne Phillips, I think her name is.
Wait, she has a Native American name? Is she Native American?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait a second. Is that her brother, the big guy?
No.
So why does she have a Native American name?
I don't know. They just named
while
it
working with the Native American guy right next to her.
Branscombe's not a Native American. He's from Hawaii.
Yeah, but I think he's playing a Native American on the show.
No, I know.
Is he Hawaiian?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
His hairstyle, man.
The best.
His hairstyle is the same as what's his name? Bosworth in
Yeah. No, the boss, totally.
Yeah.
And what's cool about Branscombe is he worked on season 1 of American Gladiator. He was a stunt coordinator. So he did that a lot as a job in the 80s, but him and Ice never crossed paths because she came after. But so then Reno, we have him just like chugging a gallon of water in a jar in the car, right? Because this is where he kind of is figuring out like the fighting. It kind of alludes to it already because then we get, which I had to Google this. So UFC didn't come out. It didn't officially start until November of 1993. This episode came out in May of 1993. I know this isn't an octagon but I'm telling you, if I would have saw this in 93, I would have thought this is insane. How is this like a real thing? And then 4 or 5 months later, people are really doing it to kill each other. For money.
Well, are we at the bar?
Well, the bar is the fighting thing. Yeah, this is where it starts. Yeah.
Okay, so the bar is a strip bar, oil wrestling, and challenge fighting bar. That has all of that. Can you imagine? Like, I mean, that's literally what the bar is. So it's not, I mean, it's like those are the 3 events they have at that bar: stripping, challenge fighting, and oil wrestling.
I'd go out for like a smoke and a beer for the middle one. I don't need the fighting one. I'll watch the oil and yeah. Yeah, and I guess then it goes in that order too, dude. We get some crazy scenes in this movie. I just forgot about the pool scene. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't say anything more
we're
about
not there.
it.
We're not. Yeah.
For people who didn't watch the episode, which I definitely recommend. You gotta watch.
But so
these.
he wants to go up there to challenge to fight, and
Yeah.
so they asked him to go change, right? He changes by he goes in the back. Now I don't know why he had to go in the back to do this, because he put it. Oh no, you know what? He didn't have a ponytail here. I think his hair was
This is where he
down
put
for
his
the scene.
pony in for the first time.
Yeah,
right?
but I mean, so his
Yeah.
changing, because he's wearing jeans, a belt, I think cowboy boots. He goes to the back, takes his shirt off, and puts a ponytail on. That was his change of outfit to fight in the thing. Like, just why do you have to go in the back to do that? He could have just taken his shirt off right there. Like, I thought he was gonna come back in, like, no shoes, like, get like, no, he's just wearing his regular clothes.
And you know what's the worst about Reno is he never tells anybody anything. He never lets them know until he's in shit.
Because he's a renegade.
Then he reaches out.
He's a renegade.
Yeah, that is true. But then they're so nice to follow him, because Cheyenne at one point was like, "Hey, Bobby, get Reno." Bobby is Branscombe. He's like, "Hey, get Reno and a burger and a beer." And he's like, "I'm not thirsty." And then they go to that bar. Like, the next scene, maybe they actually go to a regular bar, but then he tells them his plan a little bit, because then they go with him. Because how about the bare knuckle fighting we get in the ring right away? Like, the two girls are beating the shit out of each other. And I wrote Marty Kove cast in his two go-to roles, military and karate person. Because that's all he does. He's a military guy or a karate guy.
Well, they're both in Rambo. Him and Napier are both in Rambo.
Yeah.
I mean, so, but, I just had a thought, and I lost it. What'd you say
pops
before
back
this?
in, cut me off.
What?
I was saying if it pops back up, no, I don't know what I said exactly. I was talking about Marty Kove.
No, before that, but I forgot. I had a thought. All right. It'll come to me.
So the chicks are bare knuckle fighting. Like you said, he goes in the back to get ready. And then when he comes out, it's Kathleen, right? That's when he sees Kathleen in the ring. But I loved the ring announcer. Did you know who the ring announcer was?
Well, he looked very familiar. I mean,
okay, well, as a kid, I knew him as something else. So this probably would have blew my mind if there was IMDb back in the day, because I didn't notice until I looked at the credits, because I looked at the name. I'm like, I know this. Remember the Super Mario Brothers Super Show?
Of course.
That was Luigi.
No, that's his voice?
So Luigi, no, he's the real life guy in that. Remember that's with him and Captain Lou Albano?
Oh, yeah?
Oh, my gosh. A cartoon?
Oh,
Danny
my gosh,
Wells is the ring announcer for these
That's amazing.
random fights. This is the first time we see Charles Napier as the Colonel, a legendary character actor. But how about, what's his name? He goes with the name Vincent Black. And where's he fighting out of? Not a town. He picked his hotel. His crappy motel is where he's. So he's telling people where he's staying? He's a renegade sleeping with a shotgun? Hey, if you're wondering where I am, I'm at the Motel 6 over on 5th Street. What?
That's what it looked like. It looked like a Motel 6. The way it was definitely not a fancy motel. But so here was my thought that I remember now. So you mentioned something before that he doesn't tell anybody anything, and he does things on his own. I feel like, and I haven't watched any of these. Like I said, I have never watched a show before, but I feel like it's one of those situations, and I forget. It's like, I think it's like Inspector Gadget kind of thing, where he goes and tries to do everything himself. But he has his two helpers always follow him, because they know he's not going to be able to do it by himself, and they have to, right? And that's what it is. Yeah, that's literally what it is. I think they know that he can't do it himself. He won't ask for help, but at the end, they help him out, solve whatever issue is going on.
Can you imagine the sales pitch? It's like, we need a new USA Network show. What should it be? Here's it is. Remember Inspector Gadget, that show that kids love? Yeah. How about we do that, but with Lorenzo Lamas as a renegade?
But don't you think that's no, it is. Tell me any episode that he does it on his own.
Oh no, 100%. Oh, of this show? I'm sure there's probably not a lot. I'm sure it's a lot of him getting saved, but it's funny because the kids have been into Abbott and Costello, because I showed him Me Frankenstein, so we watch all of them, like non-scary, like the horror ones. Dude, it is so wild how you see the building blocks of comedy. So it's basically like the people in the 50s watched that, the 60s watched what they were influenced by. Just so many of the gags, like, what's coming. And it's the best.
The way I just watched Abbott and Costello meet Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I just watched it the other day. Yeah.
Oh,
and
really?
Bela Lugosi. No, not Bela Lugosi. It's the guy that plays Frankenstein. I forgot his
We
name.
didn't watch that one. We watched The Killer. We didn't watch Dr.
I seen that one too. That's
The Killer
the guy.
one's good.
You know, the Killer is Frankenstein.
Yeah, that's Frankenstein, right?
That's Frankenstein. He's also in Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So yeah, they're in a lot of them. It's great. But yeah, so I mean, what I was also getting at is the fact that she goes in. The reason why she was fighting in the ring because he was taking so long in the back. She went in the ring to, I guess I think she said something like, to fight while you're in the back or something like that. Like that's why she started
wants
fighting.
to get involved too. That's what her thing is. She's
all
like,
he was doing was taking his shirt off and putting it in a ponytail. How long does it take him to do that?
Do you think how beautiful that hair is? You have to make sure you do it strand by strand. I'm only having fake hair, and I can't.
And you're struggling. See, do you think he was out there with a hair like a blow dryer? And he's like combing his hair, like looking in the mirror, like
Fabio's
while
like his hair coach. Like, okay, let's do this. No, if
she's
you haven't
like
watched
four
Abbott and
people.
Costello,
She's fought like 4 people while he's still back there. Like
she's fought like the place of closed, reopened, closed, reopened, and he's still in the mirror. That'd be really good. That'd be like a good smooth version of this.
Yeah.
But what I was saying is, if you haven't seen Go to Mars or listeners,
that one I haven't seen.
Really good.
That's what, and that's one of their. I think that's one of their last
really
ones.
Good.
Like they were old. They were
in 52, so it's not the very end. But dude, the best was, sometimes like they would play like characters, or nowadays like in any movie, like a 40-year-old guy playing like a high school kid.
Yeah.
He plays an orphan.
Well, you can't see that.
It's just so funny because they talk to him like a kid, and then it's totally forgotten about the rest of the movie. They're talking to him like he's a full-blown adult, which obviously he is. But yeah. So back to the movie. So he wins easy, right? He beats the shit out of Jax. Maybe he takes like a few shots, and then he gets presented from Jackie, the guy that runs the club, who another guy. If I looked him up, I'm sure he's in a million things just from one line. He is so good in this. Like
he's so weaselly. He's such a weasel. He's such a weasel.
This place.
Yeah,
I loved it.
Yeah, but he's that typical guy, and he like the show from the 80s or like 90s, like
no 90s, 93 it started.
Okay, so like late 80s or 90s. So he has that weaselly, like the used car salesman kind of guy, and that's how he was.
Right.
I mean, he was hitting on Kathleen the entire time. Like, I mean, like nonstop.
Can you blame him?
Yeah.
He was like really aggressive.
Oh, very.
Hey, he's my card if you ever want it. And then she kept the card, and then she was able to get in contact with him.
Okay, so we're getting close to something simple, but it bothered me. So I know, didn't he make a point like, oh, you got like 1K shoes, like his expensive shoes. He talks about how, he's dressed and, obviously it's a rich thing. Why do they have the cheapest van picking up? It's a regular white van.
When they pick him up? Yeah.
But twice, like you see they're in a van twice. It's like there's no seats. They're like sitting. It's like a van you rent at Home Depot because it has like they're sitting against the wall of the van. Like it's like
Yeah.
But like you're talking about, clearly they make tons of money because the amount of money they're offering.
Do you remember the name of the company?
I don't.
It was like a Meritas 2000 or something. It was a really dumb name, like when it was like, oh, 2000 is gonna be a big year. It's gonna be the coolest thing. Let's name everything 2000.
But if you're grabbing these guys, hoping to impress them because you want them to sign on for a year, and you pick them up in a van that you just rented at Home Depot.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, no windows. The van had no windows. It was like a construction van or something. It was like ridiculous.
Well, they were doing that purposely so they wouldn't know where they were going. But before that, well, maybe he's in a van for this fight, but maybe not. This is like when
twice.
he goes to Mexico, when he's like, hey, you want to go over here? And remember when he goes,
oh my gosh,
these are some Mexican beef patties. It's 3-on-1, $3,000. And I'm like, what is happening?
So that was just to see how good of a fighter he was, to fight 3 guys at once?
Yeah, I don't know. That was the dumbest. And the guys weren't even like fighting gear. They were
like drunk guys at a bar. They're like, all right, let's fight. And again, we talk about this in every movie. He's wearing jeans. How flexible You're fighting. I mean, I know some wrestlers wear jeans and, I mean, movies. But like, to me, it's like, if you're going to fight three guys, wouldn't you want to be as comfortable as possible? Throw on some shorts and a tank top or even no shirt at all. I mean, clearly his shirt comes off immediately for this fight. But
Well,
but I don't know. I feel like, like he didn't seem that dressed for the fight. He's like, all right, yeah, I'll take him on.
yeah.
And
So I didn't dive
they never
too
fight him
far
again.
into-
Like, they don't
were you
attack.
saying?
They're three guys against one. It's one at a time fighting.
No tackling.
It's never
I know, so
it's never
dude.
3 to 1.
You almost got to tell the one guy, like, dude, we love you, but you're going to grab his legs. You're going to get punched a lot, but we'll take him out before he takes you out. That's the only strategy.
If you run 3 at once, the middle guy's going to get hit, right? The middle guy will get hit, but at least now you can tackle him, and now he has no chance. Never in a movie do they fight all at once. Ever.
Makes no sense.
Makes
Then
no
the
sense.
movie would be over. James Bond's over in 5 minutes.
None. Yeah.
It's his funeral, picking out the flowers.
I love the homemade ring though. Like the rope was actually rope. There was like it was like, I think it was like wooden posts. Like it was like such a homemade wrestling or fighting ring.
Yeah. Yeah, so he beats the crap out of those guys pretty quick. And I didn't look at the IMDb too deep. I knew Ice was in it. But I thought she was going to be the only one that was a gladiator. So it was pretty cool seeing each person pop up. I'm like, oh man, Lace. Because he says the line was, he's in the business of recruiting gladiators. He repeats it back to him. But
was Nitro in it?
Nitro was not. No, Nitro wasn't in it. And the other guy, his teammate in football, I forget his name. He was another one of the mainstays for not Dan. Dan was Nitro. But yeah, no, there's a bunch of other guys in it. So now we got, let's see what we got. The one thing I wanted to mention was for the fight, I had more notes on it down here. So there was a cameraman for this fight, which was kind of weird. And we find out that guy's weird because he wants to have every evidence on everybody, which is okay, that makes a lot of sense because it's really easy to do that. But yeah, the live cameraman and also the bell sound. Did you notice that? It didn't make whoever did the sound in this, it wasn't a real bell. It was more like dong. It was no ding. It was like a dong.
So it was like a gong?
It was weird. It was like it was like something else. It was like somebody knocked on a table instead of a.
Well, you had real rope in as the turnbuckle, the rope. So you think they're gonna have a good bell? Everything was such a it was in a barn. Well, isn't that like a barn?
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't have animals walking around in the background.
That'd be funny. That'd be
hay on the ground.
Yeah. No, that'd be a good that's for our spoof version of this. So then barn, what's next? And I love when he gives him his phone number. Reno, and he's like, my number's 555-4141.
Oh, I wonder how they came up with that. Because it's in every movie and TV show, 555.
It was probably in LA. They were like, what's a dead number we can use? And then everybody thought it was just funny to do. Because there's other ones you can do, but that's just the standard to go 555.
I would love whoever started that be someone's real number, and he basically just pranked them. So hey, let's use Charlie's real number.
That'd be really
and we'll
fun.
throw it in there, and everybody starts calling that number because I mean, back then I remember anytime you heard a phone number, someone's calling it. They see, does this number work?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. So it would have been funny if it was a real guy
written on a wall or something. I'd be like, why not? That's fun.
Wait, you call numbers that were on the bathroom stall?
Yeah, we definitely prank people that wrote their numbers on stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're in the men's room, you're calling men.
That's okay. I'm not trying to do anything with them. I'm just calling the number.
I don't know what you're trying.
I'm
I'm just
pretending
saying,
to be someone.
Okay. All right.
Crank calling, baby. It was a thing that people don't do probably. Well, I think people do it more heinously. It was more silly stuff.
Well, no one answers the phone anymore, so you can't do prank calls.
That's true, right? Yeah, prank texting wouldn't be as fun. That'd be kind of corny. No, you could really think about it. It's not on the spot when you got to be good. When you prank call two different people and you merge the call and they don't even know that you're gone.
Well, they do that with, like, Chinese restaurants and, like, you call each other, you're like but, I mean, like,
Yeah.
back then, when they didn't have caller ID and all that stuff, like, a phone rang, it's like, it's exciting, like, someone's calling you, so, like, and for the most part, you had to get out of your seat, wherever you
Yeah.
were to answer the phone, so it was even a bigger pain in the neck, so you get more people that are more aggravated than anything else, like,
Oh my God,
today
yeah.
yeah.
It wouldn't be as fun. People would be like, all right, fine, whatever. I didn't have to move for this phone call. So one thing was cool, and I know they have a few scenes, but the first time seeing Charles Napier and Mitchell Ryan talking, it's like, man, that's like an old guard. Like those guys were in so many movies in those type of roles, so it was pretty neat. And they're watching tape and they're like loving. I love how excited they are watching like Reno fight. And they're just so like, yeah, we want to bring this guy on here.
Well, it's like how long have they been doing this business that they're like they really were like catering to Reno before they figure out who he was, but like they've been doing this a long time. Is Goliath just pounding on everybody? That
Well, it
no
seems
one.
so. They make it seem like he's never lost, which
So
is
okay, so we talk about him, having a family elsewhere, but he has no memory of anything. But he knows he has a family,
no. He has no memory prior to.
right? Okay, but he knows he has a family. So why is he there while his family's away?
Well, I think he's forced to, and then he probably gets to go home every so often. Maybe he does like a season of this fighting because he didn't seem like he actually enjoyed it there until he figured out that he had a brother. That's when he was like getting agitated because he was going with the flow.
You could tell he enjoyed it. He showed no emotion for the first, I would say, episode
because he just wants to get done with work and get home. I want to go home.
He acted like a robot. Like he acted like
He doesn't want to have extra conversations to go past 5 o'clock.
None. He had no personality whatsoever.
Did you like Jackie's butler when that guy walked up and he was? I don't know why they had him. He was like a really old guy. And he was like, I'm like, what is he doing? He was so nervous of Jackie, I guess. I don't know.
Well,
why,
how about the fact that none of them had any suitcases? They're going to be living there for a year.
Yeah.
There wasn't one suitcase.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about his when he goes out? Just think about the anxiety of this. Even going across country, I couldn't do it without like a phone. When Reno goes, I'm gonna go meet with Jackie. We're gonna have some lunch, and he just gets on the fucking motorcycle and leaves. And I'm like, dude, you didn't tell them where it was. Nothing, because this Jackie's just borrowing this from a friend. Because remember, he goes, "Welcome to Casa Muchacha."
They're so used to it by now. So
Yeah.
they tell him anytime he goes off on his own. They're always telling him like they're
It's
two
Inspector
sets.
Gadget.
100%. That's exactly what it is. Because they are a team supposedly, and they're working together. But he seems to do everything, or he tries to do everything himself. Like he never asks for backup. He never asks for help.
Inspector Gadget. That's exactly. It's the same thing.
It really is.
I'm not a big wine guy, but when the guy suggests a wine, he goes, "It's a '76 Cabernet. It's a bit corky."
Well, I would assume. But by the way, I wrote it down twice. They used the van twice, the white van. So
they did use the van.
Yes,
Okay.
they used it twice. But I'm assuming that's a very good year. But I mean,
assume so.
I mean, you're talking about what, early '90s. I mean, it's really not that old, considering like
no, really, you're right. It isn't that old, but just to hear it's a bit corky. I'm like,
I know.
That's not wine.
Yeah, but maybe that's wine lingo. You said you're not a wine drinker, so it might be wine lingo.
I'm not. I'm not at all. So then he gets offered this contract. So he went from 300 fighting in a bar, 3,000 to fighting in a barn. Now he's getting $100,000 a year.
And
so he signed on for a year to fight.
He didn't sign right away. He goes, "Let me think about it." He goes, "No, you got to sign now." He goes, "Okay."
No, that was
It was such a quick turnaround.
Yeah.
And I mean, again, you're talking about, it's not even like, all right, you start Monday, whatever, you go back to it's like, all right, you're signing it now, we start now. Like I said, he had no suitcase. He starts living there. Like he's never going to, leave. Like they don't question, like, does he have any family? Does he have any parents? Does he have any, like, nothing? No, he's there now the minute you sign that.
Yeah, no, he's good. You don't know. He could be crazy.
Okay.
As soon as you sign it, he could start like ripping his clothes off, jumping into the walls, biting people.
Well, You're almost right, because as soon as he signed it, he goes back to his room and his shirt came off immediately.
Well, you gotta. He didn't get
Okay.
the truth. They should do the truth serum first before signing the contract, right? Wouldn't that be the smarter way of doing business? It's a
Well, I
good
mean,
HR process, right?
that you would think that would be smart, but we need to talk about the truth serum, because I don't think there's a real truth serum out there at all. Like, where did
Really?
that come? Not,
Sodium
I think there's
pentothal?
truth serum that gets you loopy, but not like just spilling your guts. Like, like when you in a movie, or usually it's like a spy movie or something like that. They take truth serum. They tell you everything. They'll tell you your social security number. They'll tell you where your mom lives. They'll tell you, like, there isn't a secret that you can't hold on to when you're taking a truth serum. I don't think there's a real one in real life. I just think it's something that makes you loopy, and like
You're right.
It can't be.
You
Like,
know, it's not real, but they do have something.
they have something that makes you like.
Sodium pentothal and scopolamine.
I think it just relaxes you. Like, it's my guess is like, when you're drunk, a lot of people like, have diarrhea of the mouth. Like, once you're really drunk, you start, talking about stuff that you normally wouldn't be talking about. So I think the real life one probably gets you like a drunk state, drug wise. But like, it just seems so stupid in all these movies that they literally, it's like they can't, not one secret they can hold on to. It's like forces them every secret.
I know. But what's funny about it is it's not allowed in court, because it does sort of work in the sense of it lets you open up, but it doesn't resist you from lying. So that's why it's not able to be used in court. Very interesting.
So then maybe it shouldn't be called.
All the way back in 1963, they ruled it that you can't use it in court.
But okay, so this is a truth serum that doesn't stop you from lying. So it really should be called the almost truth serum.
Almost truth serum, or just talking serum. Words serum. This will make you say more words. But
it's so stupid. Like, he literally, like, the minute they give it to him, he's like, first of all, he doesn't even remember it, but he spilled everything like it was nothing. Like, this is a Renegade.
Marjean somehow knew about it. Tigress, because she mentioned, hey, this is probably what they did. But before we get too deep in the woods with that, so one thing I loved at this point, and again, I'm only going to mention it and then we'll go to it later, kind of tease what we talk. When they're talking about like all the matches that they do, Jackie's like, we got first blood matches. I'm like, that's cool. We got mixed duo matches. I'm like, this is pretty cool. And then the thing that's crazy, I think it's either Jackie wants to bang Kathleen, or he just wants Reno to, maybe he thinks Reno wants to cheat. He keeps mentioning about like, oh yeah, we'll get you with the most beautiful woman in the world, which that was weird too. We'll get to later.
Oh,
that whole party scene.
Yeah.
But oh yeah, so this is when they go into the van. This is the first time that we see Marjean.
Yep.
We see Gemini.
Yep.
He plays Ajax.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's where we're at now in the movie. And this is where we get the Marty Kove flashback, which that's what I was going to do.
When he had a ponytail?
Oh
my God. That ponytail looked so ridiculous. It looked like
huge.
It was huge, and it looked like it was just like plastered on, like stuck on. Like, it wasn't even like I don't know. It just looked so bizarre. Like, it just didn't look. It looked so fake. Like, it was awful.
Yeah, and so we're at the truth serum part. So he gets there, and he's in the van. He goes to his room, and I'm like, the first thing I said was, why are they drugging him? I didn't think about the truth serum thing, and then I'm like, oh my God. And then
I have a bigger question. And okay, this is one of the biggest questions I have for the entire show.
Okay.
So they're giving him the truth serum, which he already has, because they dragged him out of his room.
Mm-hmm.
Why does he have no pants on?
Really?
They took his pants off.
Oh,
he had pants on in the room. Remember, he took his shirt off when he was laying in bed.
Seinfeld and the dentist.
Okay, but you're giving him a truth serum, but literally he was in tighty whities when they were asking him all the questions. He had no shirt on and no pants on. Why did they take his pants off?
That's ridiculous.
I mean, I was like, because at first I'm like, I didn't think about it. And I'm like, as he's leaving, he's wearing tighty whities. I'm like, he was wearing pants before they got him.
That's hilarious.
That was almost. It reminded me of, what is it? Jason Goes to Hell, when the guy took off the clothes on the guy on the table. Was it Remember we talked about it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, why did he take his clothes
No,
off?
he shaved the guy.
That's why he took his clothes off?
Well, I think the guy
All
was
his
naked
clothes were
already,
off.
but we
He
saw
was
him
naked.
shaven, right?
know.
We were like, why is he
You know.
shaven?
All right. I mean, yeah, that's another. All right. Anyway, yes, they took his
Yeah.
pants off for the truth. Maybe the truth serum doesn't work unless your pants are off.
That's where it really works. That's where you got to put it in. I guess right there.
That's where.
Right in the pee hole. So Reno Reigns, now he tells
Wait,
the whole
you're going pee hole? I thought you would at least go the other end. That's where they're going to put it in. You're saying the truth serum is going to pee hole?
That's why it doesn't work. You got to use the other hole, the little hole.
All right.
That's where it really stings and the truth really
Yikes.
comes out.
Okay.
So then he does like basically the whole exposition of the intro of the show, talks about the lieutenant at Bay City PD, and where do we see him? He's another great slime ball looking guy. He's at Jackie's house. And I'm like, why the hell would a cop? I know he's a crooked cop anyway. He shows up like so far from where he is because he complains about how far the drive is. And you just show up to some random guy's house. Yeah, I got your note. Is that how easy it was to get rid of people back then? Hey, meet me over at 123 Easy Street. Okay, great. I'm going to go alone. What the hell, man?
Yeah. No. My gosh.
And then Jackie, all he wants is the Bay City PD because they want to put on a fight there. And they want them to block the area to make sure nobody gets close.
Is this like was he on the other shows? Like the guy chasing the A-team? Like, is he a normal guy that's going after Reno?
The lieutenant guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. I don't know how many episodes he's in. But he
didn't make any more after this one.
Show. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. But that's like the whole crux of his story. So, yeah, I guess that part of it's done. But there's other people that were trying to like, he says another name too, but that guy's not in this one. But
you remember you remember that guy in the other ones?
Definitely, yeah. No, I know he's definitely in some of the earlier ones. Yeah, I don't know if it was like every episode he was looking for him. But I'm sure it's like a lot of shows. Every so often we go back to the main thing, like they do on like Dexter. It's not like every episode has the main guy. But dude, so how about he does with the girls? Remember, so Jackie walks in with the lieutenant and they see the two girls and they do like the snap. And I'm like, that would be very weird. Again, this guy's a crooked creepo, but like, could you imagine like you're young, you're single and you walk in and it's like, hey, how you doing, kid? Hey, baby, come over here. You'd be like, oh man, this is illegal.
Yeah, but you're talking about a time when Hugh Hefner had his pool parties. I mean, that's probably what it was like at those parties, right? So this is like no different. Like the rich scumbags that would have these women like that at their disposal. Then what does he go? Oh, go in the pool. Wait by the pool, right? He tells them to wait by the pool.
Oh yeah. and I love Jackie to get the lieutenant to give in. He goes, I can arrange that he dies in a kill match and you're sitting ringside.
Well, no. Well, he says either dies in a ring or a kill match, or you're gonna take him either way, or something like that. He said,
yeah. Oh my god! And then they're doing like weapons training, which was very lame and really didn't do much for me. That was not too good.
It was corny, and it was funny, like, because some of the people didn't look like they were even in shape to fight at all. Like, I mean, like, who are these people that they're training? Because the only one that we knew that was Goliath. Like, I mean, like, so what order are they on the chopping block to fight? You know,
to fight to the death. Yeah, we don't know like how that works. I guess I don't know if their contracts are $100,000, but we don't see any other fights. But we do get Reno versus Gemini, which is cool. Lace was the trainer. And then this is weird because I thought this was a dream because the way the commercial cut on Tubi, we then cut from here to Reno versus Marty Kove.
Yeah, that was strange. Like,
and it was weird because they looked at each other and the crowd it seemed very dark in the crowd. So I thought it was a dream the whole time until the end.
Also the fact that like I'm surprised that like they just got this guy there, to like, and the first match is against Goliath. The best guy, like you're touting this guy as to be like the next big fighter out there, and your first match is against the guy that beats everybody. Like, wouldn't
And
that
they already know it's his brother. They already know he.
So they're just trying to get rid of him right away. Like, wouldn't you want to build up? Like, all right, the match of the century. This is the brother versus brother kind of thing. Like, no, they threw him right out there, right off the bat.
Yeah, but what did we get right after that? The dumbest thing. Okay, whoa. We get Luigi. Hey, all bets will be all over the next match. What the could you imagine that?
Oh,
You're betting like this giant fight, like Tyson Holyfield. Okay, guys, we're just gonna stop it. Your money's
but they were cheering. Like they weren't happy. Like they weren't upset about it. They were cheering when he stopped it. Which to me, like everybody lost money on that. Like no one, because I mean, and how does that work? Are they giving everybody money back?
You just don't. Yeah, you get your money back.
I always wanted to know, like even like in Bloodsport, when you see the guy walking around with a clipboard and everybody's like throwing money at him. How does he know who gave what money?
I know.
Like who's getting what money back? Like, what?
No way.
Everybody's name? Like they know everybody's name that's there? Like
hey, I didn't bet that. I bet the other thing. I bet the winner.
It's ridiculous. I never understood how that works in any of these things.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Right. But then the fact that Mitch has no clue he is, now we find out later. But this part, I'm like, what the hell? Then we got Marjean versus Kathleen, and I wrote like 2 of my favorite interviews ever. Like, so cool. And how about Branscombe? What is the security at this place? He walks up and he's like, oh, I'm looking for Pedro. And they're like, oh, Pedro's on here tonight. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, not Pedro. They said it was Michael. And they're like, oh, Michael?
He stood out so bad. And that's what he told. Wasn't that what he told him? He goes, you're going to stand out. You can't come there.
Oh, no, they did. Yeah. No,
and what does he do? He throws on glasses. That was his disguise. Oh, it works for Superman. So, yeah, I mean, like, you're, and it's the boss of the company that's handing out the uniform, signing everybody in. You don't know who you're hiring? Yeah. Like this big guy who stands out like it's a face you're going to remember. You don't know? Like, yeah.
It's $50 cash. Put this on. And remember,
and it automatically fits. The guy's a big guy. You're going to tell me you had a uniform?
Yeah. And what was it, like steak tartare or something? Because he kept like repeating that line. Oh, monsieur, would you like steak tartare? But he gets that job right away. And then we get the fighters with the creepiest like must flirt policy.
Oh my gosh.
And Charles Napier goes, for you people, it's not a party. It's business. And then we get the drunk blonde Diane. Oh my God, dude. Just wants to bang Reno.
She was going hard at it. Like she was
weird
not
line.
letting,
She said, she goes, I'm hot and I want you to put out my flame.
Yeah.
She was super attractive. I'm like, dude, this lady could go anywhere and get some. Shouldn't it be the opposite of people that can't do that? That have
when they're rich like that, they want the the next thing that's coming in there. Like it's just it's a game to them. When I used to go to those parties, it was like that all the time.
Yeah. Where were these parties?
Well, when I woke up from my dream, and I remember that.
Yeah, that's your dream. You have like a dream journal, and one day it's like, yeah. And then I was at this underground fight club, and when I was there, you could just buy people.
This reminded me of Lionheart. Do you remember Lionheart with Van Damme?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say more Best of the Best too, but
because it was just underground. You had the money being thrown around, the different type of fighters. Yeah, I guess Best of the Best.
Yeah. The one line was, remember when Reno and Branscombe are talking, and he kind of alluded to what you kind of just said. He goes, these people are evil. And Reno always has like those great one-liners. Like he always has like, he's saying something kind of tough, but philosophical at the same time. He's like, they aren't evil. They're rich and bored. I don't know if that's his line. That sounds more of a Branscombe line. But there's other times later in the movie he does that. He'll say something back and correct them, and it's like, wow, that was kind of the same thing they said, but in this different sort of like biker whatever. But so now we get, let's see.
We're getting let's see.
Who's Reno fight? Reno, is he talking to Mitch now?
Well, I had Fort. No, he's fighting. No memory. So he talks. He fought Kove, and then he discussed that he has no.
Oh
memory.
no, this is when they're talking, right? They talk at the party.
At the party.
Yeah. So they find a spot. But he does say again, doesn't really remember too much, but his last line to him is win or lose, you're mine.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, shit. And then, dude, then we get the scene that we've mentioned a couple times already.
Insane.
Whoever has not seen this yet, you have to see it for this scene. We get Mr. Luigi shows us 2 bikini-clad women. Dude, I'm not thinking, honestly,
they don't look like fighters. They don't look like fighters.
No.
At all.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what? Listen, you know what? For a TV show, this is such a scene you would see like with the villain in like a Seagal movie or something like that. Like this is like this would be in a movie. Like for a TV show to have something like this, like insane. This is definitely insane.
So we get it's first blood. It's in a pool, and then my favorite part when it says, "Choose your weapons." 2 identical knives.
Small
so what
knives.
are they choosing?
Yeah.
They're not really picking. It's just grab one.
Yeah. Well, choose your weapon. Which one? The right one or the left one?
I know, but usually it's like choose your weapon, and you'll have like, ooh, do I want the bow and arrow? Do I want the sword? Do I want these different things? Now the same knife, and I'm like, what a wild strategy. I've never knew this was a thing, but right away I thought I was an expert because I was like, I would fake jump in, have the other person dive in, and then when they're getting ready to come up, I dive off the top rope.
Wait, so you as they're diving and swimming underwater, you're gonna run around the other side of the pool and jump?
No. While we're both looking, because they made eye contact, they started running, they dove at the same time.
Right.
I would do the eye contact and sell that I'm jumping in.
That's what I'm saying.
Stop.
And as they're going, you can run to the side of the pool where they're and get a better angle on them and just dive in with the knife.
Yes, that's what I mean.
I don't think
I'm
I
saying
think it's
off
against
the top rope.
I don't know if that's allowed. I think you have to dive in the same time.
Oh, you have to go in? So then I'd be screwed.
But
Then
I
I'd
mean,
be
the fact
doggy
that, like,
paddling, getting stabbed.
You see this like underwater wrestling. Wrestling. First of all, I don't know how their top stayed on because you're fighting underwater, fighting with knives. If this was a movie, top would have been falling off in 2 seconds.
True.
But I mean, they showed a lot of it. I mean, they were wrestling like they were wrestling an alligator underwater. Like they were wrestling around, and the one girl gets sliced, and they would he go double or nothing? For another slice?
Dude, you're thinking the girl won her 10 grand, and some guy out of the crowd stands up and he goes, double or nothing, second blood. They start going, and then that girl wins. The girl that got stabbed first won, Dusty. And the other girl was really bleeding. The first girl, Dusty had like a slice on her arm. The other girl's whole like stomach was
I'm surprised they didn't kill one of them. Like for the second round, one of them should have been dead. You know, and I mean, I'm assuming they have it in water so you could see the blood coming out, like when someone gets stabbed. So like, I would have expected a little more blood. It would have been good for first blood. But I mean, that was a crazy scene for a TV show.
I did love that. And then right after that, we get like another. This is when Reno and Mitch are still talking, and they're trying to drum up memories, and we get the flashbacks where he looks the same.
Well, one of the first things he says is, "We both have anchor tattoos on our ankle, on our ankle. They have anchor tattoos on their ankle.
Anchor
what are the odds
on
of
the
that?
ankle. Anchor on the ankle." But here's one of the best lines. This is one that is going to be in the top lines of 2025. The lieutenant's having a great conversation with Jackie, and he goes, so just think about it. And he looks at him, he goes, hey, I love the knife fight at the end by the pool. I'm like, oh my God, dude. Like, that's the last line he drops is, I love the knife fight by the pool. So that's what convinced, honey, why'd you take that new job? I don't know. They had these 2 women in bikinis. They started stabbing each other in the pool.
This is obviously going around for a long time, and I can understand underground fighting, but you're having underground knife fighting. How does that not get out that it's like, I mean, because I'm sure there's deaths, and in fact, they do have the fight for the death. Like you would think like that's kind of risky. That's kind of hard to cover up. When people are dying or people going in a hospital. Oh, we got another knife slice. Like a bikini, a woman in a bikini is rushed to the hospital because she got sliced. But why would she have a knife slice?
This is the 7th bikini stabbed woman we've had this weekend. And the guy Jackie's like, hey, I don't know, babe.
The way he talks, man. Such a, you know what? That was a good character. You did it good.
So now Mitch confides right after Reno has to leave. He confides with Kathleen about not remembering because of a plane crash 17 years ago. So 17
I thought they
years
were gonna hook
ago.
up,
So that
by the way.
means, oh my God, don't
They
do
were
that.
they were getting a little close.
They were, and he was very breathy the way he was talking when he was like very like, yeah, I don't remember.
You know, I have to. I mean, it's hard to see him in a good guy role. Like he's such a
He's
creepy.
not a good guy in this.
Sure he is, because you said no
Okay,
memory at the end. I mean, like he's not a bad guy in this, right? So like, you know,
Yeah.
he's such a creepy guy to begin with. Like, I mean, every role he has, he's a creep. You know, like he looks weathered all the time. You know, he just like and to see him with her, I was like, ugh.
Oh man, that would be ridiculous.
Yeah.
So then this is kind of like where it really kicks it up a notch. And so this is where Branscombe wants to be able to bust them out. Because now it's like, oh, we know why Mitch doesn't remember. It's not like anything else. He had a plane. Because you were thinking like, oh my God, his brain was washed. No, they just found this guy and lied about something for what reason?
Yeah.
So has he been fighting in this thing for 17 years? Is
Well,
he
that's
like
what I'm
perfect
saying.
record? And then
That's
he
what
almost
I'm
got lost to Reno?
And he's got a family that he left that he doesn't,
Yeah.
you know. So that's why, like at the end, he's going back to his family that he hasn't seen in 17 years. Why
Yeah.
would he? Why would they even? First of all, she's probably moved on already. She probably got married again, has 3 other kids. Like, what? When you just found your long lost brother, why wouldn't you stay with him than the family
Yeah.
you haven't seen in 17 years?
Oh, I know. That was weird too. He was like, yeah, I'm going to stay with you. No, go back. No. He's like, I just want to hang out for a while.
He
And he kicked
risked
him
his
out.
life to find him, and then he
Yeah.
sends him away.
That was
I
weird.
mean-
It's not like he said, I'm going to live here forever. He just said, I'm going to hang here for a while.
And he
No.
sent him away like immediately. It's not like he said,
No.
like, all right, you know, let's.
He's got to come back in other episodes. I got to
don't know about
watch
that. I
after
don't think
this.
so.
I think tonight I'm going to go. Yeah, he's got to die in an episode, Marty.
I don't think so.
Yeah, we'll see.
Cameos like something like that. Like I don't think.
I'll put it in the episode notes. I'm sure he was not that busy in 94 and 95.
Okay. All right.
So now Branscombe, we talked about this a little bit earlier when Gemini from American Gladiators catches Reno meeting with Mitch and he narcs him out, but this is where he figures out like, oh yeah, you are my brother. I remember the tattoo. And so how about Branscombe when he is again, the way he looks, right? Because he sticks up like a sore thumb, super handsome guy, perfect hair, huge. He knocks out a guy.
Wait, that's perfect hair.
He has perfect hair.
You like mullet? Perfect hair is.
I'm just
it's
saying,
not
it looks perfect. It looks like a
Oh.
cartoon drew it.
It does.
It's like Honky Tonk Man.
Okay.
It's very like
Oh my
it's
gosh.
very poofy and perfect. But no. So how about he walks up, knocks a guy out, takes his Emeritus 2000 jacket.
Well, he had his.
puts
Did he
it
have a
on.
gun? He had a gun on him. The guy was going to shoot him. Was this or was it another guy? There was when he knocked the guy out. The guy had a gun on him because he goes no, and then he I thought he shot. Then
Oh, was that? I forgot how he knocked him out. But
Yeah.
no, anyway, he knocked him out. And then another guy that I guess was another local cop that he could trust on like Bay City PD or something, he gets like kidnapped because we thought he was going to run away. But so now the bad guys are so desperate for this fight to happen. This is when they're like, oh, we're going to kill Cheyenne and we're going to fly her away from Thailand. How about that? Okay. That's a long flight.
it's a very long flight.
Nothing happened. Dude, nothing. What happens in the next scene seems like it is a few hours later because the next thing we see is Reno talking to Marjean and she talks about, I'm undercover, I'm a cop, talks about the truth serum, talks about like the death circle time and everything. So you're like, how long are these people waiting? Like Branscombe, is he just walking around the property for how long is that flight? 12 hours?
I feel like a lot of this show does a lot of recap. There's a lot of recap throughout the show.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah. And well, I lost my thought again. Forget it. I gotta take more of those pills.
Ginkgo biloba. So now we get the death circle. This is where I mentioned like Ice is in the crowd. I'm sure she had a scene that got cut. She's sitting next to Cherie. So Branscombe, how about the trank dart?
So
Insane.
I thought.
Oh, this was the gun. This was the gun.
Yes,
because
okay, you're
remember
right,
the
you're right.
trank
Yes,
dart
yes.
works
Right.
just in time.
Right. Because the guy was about to shoot him and he falls. Right. So I thought at first this is another A-team situation where they don't kill anybody. Like because he had the trank gun instead. But,
oh yeah.
But he does. What's his name? Reno does kill someone with the machine gun later on. So he does shoot someone. But I mean, I was like, why is he using a trank gun with this? Which I gotta assume it doesn't move the same way as a bullet. Because he's shooting this gun across the rooms like perfectly.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could shoot it, with such accuracy, the way you can with a regular gun.
Well, you nailed it. But just the way the guy they fight for a little bit, knocks him over the table, and perfectly. And then just.
Do you think that happens that way though? Do you think like it just like all of a sudden hits you and then you just fall? I think it's like a gradual. Like you start feeling woozy, you start going like down, like I don't know.
I remember taking morphine when I broke my arm when I was in sophomore in high school, and it was like the drip one. And I remember the way I passed out from that was pretty.
Well, it's
count back from 5, and I was like,
well, I just had surgery. Same thing.
Like, whoa.
Yeah,
yeah, that's true.
You ever see? There's a video of Steve-O trying to fight going under when he had like some kind of surgery. So you see his eyes wide open and he's fighting it. You can see it's on YouTube. It's very funny because he's trying to fight it so bad, and then he just goes out. Like you can't fight that stuff.
With him?
Yeah. Oh well, there's a lot.
Unreal. But yeah, so now like everybody, like all hell breaks loose in the crowd. You have Lori, Ice, she gets knocked out, Cherie gets knocked out. Then we get like the state police randomly showing up.
Well,
like
I'm surprised the way this all happened. I thought there were going to be like a little fighting to start.
I know,
like nothing.
Something.
Like immediately,
match, right?
They went right after the ref.
Yeah, we were going to get something good.
Yeah, something. Just a little like we got to play up to the crowd a little bit or something. Like let them fight a little bit. Nothing. Like it was.
Oh wait, you talked about only one person died?
No. I'm just saying, like, I thought it was like an A-team situation where they don't kill anyone on the show because he had the trank darts.
He takes down a helicopter with a bunch of people.
That was later on. But you didn't see any bodies. You just saw that could have been the bad guys. No, the bad guys could have set it off to make it look like they're really dead, but they're still alive.
Yeah, let's waste that helicopter.
No, I'm just saying I didn't think the good guys kill anybody because they had the trank darts, but he does grab the machine gun and start shooting, so that's why.
And then it's basically that crooked lieutenant who is after Reno is crooked and turns on Jackie and those guys as he shows up and he shoots Napier.
Yeah.
And then we get the helicopter getting shot down by Reno.
Well, that shootout was ridiculous because they were literally standing in the middle of the other guys, the crooked cops were behind the cars. These guys had guns, but they're standing in the middle of nowhere. Like they had no leverage at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he survived, right? The crooked lieutenant survives.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. But it was Napier when he like pulled his gun out, he got wasted, and you're like, oh man, dude.
Yep.
So this crooked guy, no matter what he does, it works. And then how about when the helicopter goes over the ledge, which I think was a cool camera trick, because you could probably do that, find a cliff, have the helicopter fly down, and just have like a bomb go off.
But that's what
then you don't have to waste the helicopter.
Well,
you're thinking they did that?
That's what I'm saying. They faked it. So the bad guys got away. You see that all the time. Like a boat blows up and, he's dead. But like he comes back later on because he really wasn't there. So you see a body.
I hate when that happens. They did that in that Outer Banks show.
They just did it. What did I watch? They just did it on something recently.
Don't tell us.
I'm telling. Which show was I watching?
Oh.
I forgot the name of the show.
But I hate that. You're like, all right, come on. Yeah. There was a secret escape hatch.
Oh,
I'm like,
Mayor of Kingstown. They did it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You just spoiled it.
No, yeah. I didn't tell you what season.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Every episode I'll watch eating popcorn and just be like, it's going to happen. Where is it? Is that a real couch he's sitting on? What is that? But I love after the explosion, it just cuts to their grilling at the RV. And then Mitch wants to stay. And then that's when Reno's like, no, you should go home.
My guess is when I'm watching the show, at every episode ends with something like that. Like they after like all the chaos,
a powwow at the thing?
something
I'm
at the
sure.
end. They're having beers, they're eating hot
the
dogs
moral
or
of the
whatever.
story, yeah.
Yeah. They have to have like that little comedy moment of calmness and silliness. That here's our team kind of thing.
Yeah. But so that was Renegade Fighting Cage season 1 episodes 21 and 22. Jamie, you sound like you had some fun.
Okay. This is the year of. I mean, thank goodness the year is almost over
the year
for
of the
movies.
chicken, right? Or the year of the horse? Oh, you mean the year of the
I'm
bad
talking
sequel.
about just the year of the crappy movies that we watched this year. Because we're gonna for our end of the year thing, we're gonna have a good list of 5 worst movies of the year.
Well, you better cash in another hall pass. Maybe you find a good. Is there a good Christmas horror?
Well, you know what? We're gonna have to look at. Well, there's plenty of Christmas horror ones, so we'll have to look
I know,
into that. Yeah, that's
good
what. Well, we have one. Well, you had 2 hall passes. I only had 1. So technically, I get the next one, and then
I actually was thinking of a hall pass, but then I'm like, oh, Thanksgiving's next week. We won't have time because I was like, oh, I thought of a really good, but I'll save it for next year.
Okay. But we can have 2 more hall passes. One that's a dual hall pass, and the one more that I have. So
you have to hold hands during that one. A dual hall.
Well, it'd be hard to do it virtually, but yeah,
we can try.
Listen, this show, it was probably good when it came out. Now, I mean, it's dated, right? It's cheesy. So I mean, I don't think we can ask the question, would you suggest watching it? Because I would never suggest anyone watching this show because it's too old. It's too dated. So
our buddy Matt just started at the gym, I think like 2 weeks ago, because I posted I was watching this. Or like last week, he was like, oh man, I just started this is my treadmill show at the gym.
Oh my gosh.
And he's like on episode 4. I'm like, dude, you are perfect timing for this. But no, I'm not saying I would say, hey, go watch all these episodes. But to get a good nostalgia, if you are someone that's younger that didn't watch a lot of older shows in the 2000s,
then watch the A-Team. I'd rather watch the.
Oh no, you can watch the A-Team. Watch that too. But I'm saying you get Branscombe, like you get these 3 people that are just such a wild. I can't believe you didn't know Kathleen and Lorenzo were together.
No, and again, but like there were
his family's super connected in Hollywood too.
I always got him confused with Antonio Sabato Jr.
Sabato Jr.
Yeah, they're very similar kind of.
So you know what? Maybe we can get Lorenzo as a guest.
Okay, maybe we could try.
Get both of them.
Could try. That'd be good. Yeah, because he's probably not doing anything now. So can Kathleen get him for us?
Oh, they don't. No, I'm sure they don't talk.
You don't know that. It's Hollywood. So
it's Hollywood, baby. But no, I wouldn't say to somebody, hey, go watch it, but watch clips. I
would say the only clip you need is the pool clip. If you're gonna watch any clips.
Oh no, you know what? I have to find that and I'll put it on.
Okay, that's the only.
I'll try to get it on YouTube. Maybe it'll get pulled down. But yeah, you have to watch the episode. I think it's in the middle of the second one. Probably 15, 20 minutes in.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
The pool fighting scene was absolutely nuts.
That's the only thing. Yeah.
But then you'll always know that he was a cop and good at his job, but then he committed the ultimate sin and testified against other cops. Gone bad. Cops who tried to kill him, but got the woman he loved instead, framed for murder. Now he prowls the Badlands, an outlaw hunting outlaws, a bounty hunter, a renegade.
See, I don't consider this Badlands, by the way. I mean, so Mad Max is Badlands. Like, this is not Badlands. Well,
I guess any part of the Southwest, West, they're like, yeah, we'll say this.
Now, does the intro song, does it have lyrics?
No, it's just music after.
No, but I mean, I wonder if it's a real song though, because I mean, that's actually like a good beat. If it had a good song to it, like
no, I don't think it might be. But I would say the intro of the show.
How I Met Your Mother. How I Met Your Mother has lyrics. Cheers has lyrics.
No, I'm not saying all shows. I'm not saying not all shows don't have them. I'm saying this one doesn't.
Okay,
it's an intro, and then it goes to that. But this and Jason Takes Manhattan, 2 great little intros, like a little like tell me the whole show, like what's gonna happen. But yeah, so next up we're gonna go Hot Shots Part 2, which would be really cool, especially a lot of the Charlie Sheen content that's been out. He's been doing the rounds because of his Netflix show and his book. Awesome guy. I really hope another big thing happens for him because he's unreal. But so it'd be cool to talk about this movie And the cast is unreal. Like you mentioned before we started, Ryan Stiles is in it. And our next guest, another American Gladiator, back to back, which is wild. We had Ice first. Now we have Zap, Ray Hollet, from outside Scranton, dude. We've talked a lot of Scranton because my buddy Pete went there. So when she mentioned, oh my God, we talked about some of the sort of like local things of Scranton. Then we talked about her journey, how she was, dating a guy that they were living like Denmark. He ended up starting like the world's strongest man. She was going to Gold's Gym like when she got into bodybuilding. She knew the twins. What were those two big twins in all the movies? And
Yep.
she was friends with them.
The Barbarian twins.
Yes. Yep. So they were in the same what's it called?
Circuit?
No, apartment building. They were friends. They used to go to Gold's together. She was talking about like the culture of it then and how it bled into like Gladiators happening and then a bunch of other acting roles that she had over the years. She was on Muppets Tonight. Really cool. We talked a lot about that. She openly talked about like her posing for Playboy that kind of like maybe dinged her acting a little bit. A cool role she had on Jag. So really cool talking to Ray, especially after this. Having Ice the week before, like two people that I watched so much as a kid. Like when you watch that show, you're like, I can do this. I want to do this.
And you know what? Honestly, those two names stand out from when you watch the show. I remember Zap.
100%.
I mean, Zap to me was one of the biggest names because, again, she was in a movie with John Ritter.
That's where she got big, dude.
Yeah.
The story she tells me about that, because she was in the trailer, people loved that gag and that punchline.
Yep.
That, dude, they had her do the European run of the movie. So even though she's barely in the movie, she was the one going over introducing the movie in Europe.
That's awesome.
Not John Ritter. Like, obviously, he's probably in the States.
Right.
But, she had, like, such a cool experience doing that. So, that'll be a lot of fun. So, don't forget to review, rate, share our podcast. Follow us on all social media at Sequels Only. And don't forget to check out our website, sequelsonly.com. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, guys.